There you go. This is Andy B. Frank, Brainstorm, and you are watching Rocknlive. I think a lot of people, after the last 3 albums we released, a lot of people said that probably we have lost a little bit of our kind of direction, and they said, well, we love more the speed or the powerful songs we have had in the past, and they said, like, especially on the spur of the moment, they said that they're very slow songs and so on, and they said, yeah, what's going on with the fast ones, the ones we love from the past. And when we started writing songs for the new album, and we found out that we have so many fast and speed metal tracks on the album, we thought that, wow, this fire still burns in us, it's just so. And I think the title Fire Soul just brings it down to a point that, as I said, this soul and this fire burns still in us, and so this is, to us, it's the perfect match. It's the perfect title for a perfect album. It's the 10th album for us, more or less, an anniversary album, whatever. But it's the perfect title for a perfect album, I think.
Breathe in, breathe out. Every rule I break, every soul I take. A rest, forget surprise. The fire sleeps but burns inside. It's from the cold to the flame. You never tell me lies and bury me alive. What's deep in my soul? Keep you forever mine until the end of.
We started recording the album in the fall last year. I think it must have been October or so. We started recording the drums in the House Music Studios, where we recorded albums like Liquid Monster and Soul Temptation. And then guitars and bass were recorded in our own studios. So it means that we have rebuilt our practicing rooms into a big studio these days. But me, I always love to record separately, so not too close to my hometown, not too close to the other members of the band. So I decided myself to go to another studio, which was in Stuttgart, and it's a very small one, very fine one, but I needed to be just locked in there, just me and the producer, and that's it, just us, just working on the album, and then that was amazing. So I recorded the vocals in the U3 studios in Stuttgart. So it's a brand new one, cool guy, cool studio, amazing place. But so we've done it in 3 different studios. Whoa!
Watch me die another day. An endless price I had to pay. I feel the heat on my face. It's alright. Once you see me on my mind, the face made to the other side. The scars are burning bright. It's alright.
Inspiration was quite easy, because as I said, when we've been on tour, we found out that it's not easy to play all the songs from the last album, because we found that there were many songs on the album, they were too slow, not good enough for being played live, so, and this is why we said to ourselves, no, we have to come back from the point from where we started, so, and this is the reason why we've taken a time off, so time out, as you say. We said, okay, for 3 months, no practicing, no show, no nothing, and then everybody just thought about themselves, just coming down, and then we met each other in the practicing room, and then we started playing, and it turned out amazing. It was like, we were like, whoa, yeah, like a second air, so like, yeah, whoa, yeah, this is what we missed, This is also the funny thing, that on the last albums we always decided on 4 songs, and it was not so easy sometimes to find out those 4 tracks from the new album we would like to play live. So this time we stood there and standing like, okay, we have 10 songs to play, which ones do we want to play? And nobody in the band was able to say those four or those four or those four tracks. So we decided, okay, let's make 4 special shows where we play all the 10 tracks. I think is a very cool thing, because sometimes you go into a studio, you record a song, you will never ever play it live, you know. So you do sing a song and you say, okay, that's it, I've sung this song, that's it. For the rest of the life, you know, we'll never sing these lyrics, you know. So, but this time we'll play all the 10 tracks, and I personally love that. This makes these shows very special. I haven't been to the studio in that moment when he recorded the drums, but I know that he always takes care a lot about that not every songs the drums do not sound the same in every song, you know. So he always tries to change a little bit here, a little bit there. So because as a singer, you know, if I do have a very fast song, I do sound more aggressive, and on a ballad, for example, I do sound very smoothy, you know, whatever. And he, as a drummer, he also tries to give the songs a little bit more, a characteristic vibe, you know. So probably this is what he has done. I will ask him. But it's good to know that. It's good to know that that will make him proud. I'm pretty sure about this. It's good. When you go into a studio, or when you know you have to go to a studio and you know you have to write a lot of lyrics again, you do read magazines and newspapers a little bit more carefully than you do it normally, you know. So I do read the lyrics, I do read the newspapers, and I try to read even more to have a look behind the scenes, behind the curtain and everything else, you know. So I do not take care about if it's a political thing or if it's a religious thing. I also have no problem to write about relationships or so, no doubt about it. But I'm not into things like dragons or knights or whatever, you know. So I'm not into that. You will never find the word like rainbows coming up in my lyrics, never. But I do like to sing about real things, you know, like you have in Fire Soul, for example. It's about sects, you know, the problem they have, especially in the US, you know, like a lot of young kids, you know, they're spending all their money into sects, you know, to find salvation or whatever. And these are things I do care a lot about. I do read a lot about that, and as I do have 2 boys as well, I always think about that. What kind of world is this where we leave our kids into, you know? So this makes it a little bit more different. But the most important thing on the new album is, in my eyes, that the lyrics are now way more positive. So on the last albums, it was a little bit more like, oh, we're all here down in a hole and there's no way out. So, but this time it's a little bit more, yeah, we're in the dark, but hey, there's a light at the end of the tunnel. Let's go and find a way out of here, you know. So it's a little bit more positive, and that, yeah, I love it. I like it way more, to be very honest. It makes it much easier to sing. The clip will be online on the 7th of March, that's right, and it's about Fire Soul, and this song is about sects, you know, where in America a guy he has created a sect, he became a huge more or less man-made god, you know, so for a lot of people. And then one day he wanted to leave them, and he wanted to, as he thought that it's not good, it's not real what I'm doing here, and then he wanted to leave them. And then the members of the clan, they just brought him back, you know, and they tortured him to force him to go on, you know, to stay there and to go on and go on and go on to keep the spirit alive and blah blah blah, you know. So, and this is what makes it really dangerous these days, that it's all in religious things, you know. It's a very dangerous, difficult thing, you know. So you have to take care about and where your kids are stepping into and blah blah. It's very bizarre, very bizarre.
It looks like a fantasy cover album, yeah, I know, but this is what the painter made all about it, you know. So when I told him what I think what's the meaning behind it. So the girl, the beautiful girl on the cover, is just nothing more or less than she can be everything, you know. She can be a politician, she can be a preacher, she can be whomever. And the skeleton she has in his hands is just the humans, the mankind, you know. So this is just, it shows just exactly, you know, that we're all, this is the society, you know. This is what they do with us, you know. They play games with us and so on. This is just a simple meaning behind it, nothing else.
Yeah, I know it's a shame on us. I know it's a shame that we haven't been here for years now, but thank you so much for all your support over all those years. Thank you so much. We received tons of emails from French fans. They say come back, and some of them do travel a long way, you know, to Spain or to Netherlands, to Belgium, to Germany, wherever we play, just to see us. But now it's time for us to come back, and as far as I've been told, our touring agency just said that the main tour will kick off at the end of September this year, and that will bring us back to the France for, as far as I've been told, for 3 days. Hopefully, because we have always had a great time over here.